Hello everyone, I'm Avika Kamboj, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Pharmacy, RPIIT Technical and Medical Campus, Bastada, Karnal. Today we are going to discuss about plague. Plague is an arthropod-borne infection and highly infectious disease which is caused by bacteria called Yersinia pestis. It is a natural disease of wild rodents and their parasites, that is fleas, because Yersinia pestis is a natural parasite of rodents. Infection is transmitted among them by rat fleas. It is transmitted to man by the bite of infected rat flea present in the house rats. Modes of transmission of plague in man. The fleas feed on rats and infect them. The infected rats die. After the death of the rat, the flea leaves rat in the search of food. The healthy rat run away and the starving fleas bite human being. While biting, the flea brings about the plague bacteria from the stomach and thus infects the man during the next blood meal, causing bubonic plague. The infection may be transmitted by contamination of the bite wound with the feces of infected fleas. The infection spread from man to man by droplet infection, that is during talking, coughing or sneezing. Types of plague. There are mainly three types: bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic plague. Bubonic plague is the most common form and occurs due to bite by the infected rat flea. In bubonic plague, there is enlargement of lymph glands, commonly those in neck, axilla, or groins, depending upon the bite of rat flea. That is, if rat flea bite on face, then there will be enlargement in the neck. If it bites on arms, there will be an enlargement in the axilla, and if it bites on leg, there will be enlargement in groins. Swelling or enlargement of these lymph glands is known as buboes. Bubones are, however, the most characteristic and important feature of this common form of plague. Signs and symptoms for the bubonic plague are: it usually starts with high grade fever and chill. There may be body ache, headache, and pain in the abdomen, as well as diarrhea and vomiting. The most common feature is the appearance of a bubo, which is a painful lymph formed by swollen lymph glands of the neck, groin, or axilla. It occurs within the first or the second day of illness. It is hard and rubbery to begin with and may become flocculent later. It eventually breaks down and discharges pus, but in mild cases it may resolve without bursting. Second stage is pneumonic stage. In pneumonic stage, the lungs are infected and it is transmitted from man to man by droplet infection during breathing, coughing, and sneezing by a patient. It is not spread by rat flea. A small proportion of the patients with bubonic plague develop pneumonic in the late stages of illness. Such a patient spread the disease by droplet infection. The onset of the disease is abrupt with shallow breathing and coughing. The sputum is blood stained and contains a large number of Bacillus pestis. This disease is uncommon but is usually fatal. Next type is septicemic plague. Septicemic plague, when the organism enters in the bloodstream from the infected lymph nodes and infects the whole blood. It is known as septicemic plague. There may be clotting of small blood vessels in the body. The patient may bleed from multiple sites. In this case, the blood infection occurs without the formation of buboes. It is rare as invariably fatal. Laboratory diagnosis for the plague is an aspiration from the lymph node in the bubonic case, coughed out sputum in pneumonic case, and blood in septicemic cases is drawn and examined under the microscope for plague bacilli. A bacterial culture is prepared and identified by bacteriological methods. Incubation period for plague, bubonic plague, is 3 to 6 days but is shorter in pneumonic plague, which varies from 1 to 4 days. Now, how can we prevent and control plague? Early diagnosis is compulsory notification. Isolate the patient and attendants should wear face mask. Ensure domestic and community hygiene. Garbage must be disposed of at designated places and should not be allowed to pile up. Keep all food articles covered. Kerosene oil should be put on the dead rat so as to eliminate rat flea. Unusual death of rat should be immediately reported to the nearby health authorities. Watch out for the above symptoms in personnel returning from plague infected areas. Do not travel to plague hit areas unless it's absolutely necessary to go there. Do not sleep on the floor, do not panic, and do not spread rumors. Do not indulge in self medication and shun quackery. Public should be immunized with plague vaccine. Dead bodies of plague hit persons should be handled with care. Public should be given health education. Now we will look at the treatment. For the treatment of plague, tetracycline is the drug of choice, which is given orally in a dose of 500 mg 4 times a day for 10 days. Sulfonamides are also useful. Wearing of goggles and face masks are helpful. WHO experts have pointed out that tetracycline should not be indiscriminately used because of its side effects and high risk of exposure to the disease, because antibiotics has its complications. Thank you.